Okay, so how to get involved? I think this year that was kind of a big goal of mine. And I really got into everything that Griffith kind of offers. So with extracurriculars, I did mooting. So I did do a competition run by the Law Student Association. And yeah, it was a very fun experience where they did hold our hand a little bit through it because it was a junior moot, but they they let us they essentially how it works is they give you a problem, a hypothetical, and you have to represent your client just like you would in a normal court. And yeah, so it's a really fun way to see if you would enjoy litigation and being in a court. It's a very basic level intro kind of deal, but doing it with a friend and you will probably end up spending some late nights in the library, but in all in good fun for sure. I also participated in the Viz Moot, which is a moot team from that Griffith puts together to go to Vienna. Um, there is kind of two parts to that. So there's a written component where I participated to put together a written memorandum that was sent off to Vienna to kind of put us in a ranking of where they would compete for the oral competition. So they're going to be leaving in a couple weeks here to go compete. And it was an amazing experience. I think I was one of the only first years to participate in a long time, but I met a bunch of people that were about to graduate. And so that was honestly a really good kind of almost mentoring experience for me where I was able to speak to people that, have gone through an entire law school experience and are about to, really take that leap into the profession. So, and we're all still friends now and we still hang out and whatnot. We became really close over the summer. And some things with that, like you will go up to Brisbane to speak with big time barristers and whatnot who will run feedback sessions with you one on one. And it was a really great experience for me at least to understand that international arbitration is something that I don't necessarily want to do, although I enjoyed the experience. I think that for me, it's not necessarily where I want to be for my career. So yeah, I think that's kind of the overall lesson from doing moots and getting involved and doing extracurriculars, especially in your first, especially if you're in an accelerated program, really just diving in is really important because you want to dip your feet in a few different pools to see what you like, what you don't like, where your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and really narrow in on what you want to do and where you want to go with the degree that you have at the end of the day. Um, so there is the Viz Moot, which is really prestigious and it's amazing, and I would recommend it to anyone. You work closely with the dean and all of that. And then there's also the Jessup Moot, which is similar. I think it's also an international competition of some sort. I don't know as much about that one, but it's a global, like more social justice type of problem that they give you rather than a commercial arbitration for the Bismuth. In terms of clubs, here at Griffith, we have a bunch of sports clubs. So, like I mentioned earlier, there's the beach volleyball club. I know that they have the just like sports in general. So you can join with. They have netball, which I'm not sure what that is, but it's an Australian specific thing. And they also have soccer and like touch rugby, I think. And then in terms of faculty clubs, you can join anything. You don't have to be part of whichever specific study group. So you can join the marketing club if you want, or you can join the commerce club, or if you want, you can join the medicine club. I don't know where your interest lies from your bachelor degree, if you're going into the JD maybe. But yeah, there's tons of ways to meet people and get involved in network and do whatnot. Time honestly has flown by. I thought at the very beginning of my degree, time was passing really slowly because I didn't really know many people and whatnot. And then as it just picked up, and here we are a year later. So, yeah, definitely take the time to explore new things and places and plan in advance for, especially during the trimester. Sometimes it's kind of hard. Um, but if you plan and you manage your study, you can definitely find the time to explore. So yeah, here's kind of my experience with the Vismoot. This is obviously the amazing group that we had. The top left corner is us writing my script until like 2 in the morning. So, there's that, but then there's also at the end of it, we all ended up going out and having a lot of fun and realizing that we're actually all better friends than we've ever really thought. Like we work well together, but we're also really good friends. So I'm really happy and proud that we were able to, create that connection over the summer and yeah, obviously bring that experience into whatever future career that I'm gonna have.